find Redon Fisted. Ooh, wait a minute, wrong franchise. Sorry, I'm a little excited. Now, what could possibly get me excited whenever it comes to the world of comic books? Things like this. Absolute Batman finally crossing paths with Absolute Wonder Woman. And welcome back to the Dissection Table. Here we take place video games, trailers, comics, break them down bit by bit. And if you've been following me right here on TikTok for a while, you'll know that I've been covering all the way back to issue 1 on Absolute Batman. And now here pretty soon, we're also going to be covering Absolute Wonder Woman. And this definitely is not the mainline stream DC comic interpretation of Wonder Woman. No, Absolute Wonder Woman, this woman is from hell. Figuratively and literally. I mean, she's a beast, but I mean, like, also literally, she was in hell, and it's going to take a while to break down her character. That being said, I will be covering issues 1 all the way to the current issue with Absolute Wonder Woman, and in time, even Absolute Superman as well. Those breakdowns are going to be coming next year in January, and that's a perfect segue into a completely not shameless plug whenever it comes to my YouTube channel. You can follow the link right here on my TikTok page over there. I've already got dedicated playlists made, including a playlist of all the TikToks I've made on the Absolute Batman run so far. But next year, January, hopefully early January, I will be making other dedicated playlists of Absolute Wonder Woman and Absolute Superman and many other things whenever it comes to comics. So look forward to those dedicated playlists. And unlike TikTok, they'll be properly, fully fledged and edited and everything. Way better than what you've seen so far when it comes to me right here on TikTok. Self-promoting and self-hype now officially out of the way. Now let's get to the full-fledged breakdown. The official story kicks off all the way over in Gateway City at the home of Veronica Cale. You could probably read that if TikTok's green effects were just a little better. Good going, TikTok! Veronica Cale, a classic villain of Wonder Woman, basically the equivalent of Lex Luthor to Superman. But yeah, she's a big-time villain, especially here in the Absolute Universe, because if you didn't know, she is a full-fledged member of the Justice League, and I'm saying that with big quotation marks here in the Absolute Universe. Other members are Ra's al Ghul and Jack Grimm. Jack Grimm being the legal name of the Joker. The Joker's origin stories and how he became the whole entire, like evil demonic Joker that he is. I broke that down, his origin story right here on the TikTok page. But you can also follow the link to the YouTube Asylum and check out the origin story of the video in the playlist of the dedicated playlist of the Batman universe. You can check out the link right there. I'm trying to go to the YouTube Asylum. Like I said, I'm saying Justice League in quotation marks because this Justice League is brutal. How brutal? In case you were wondering where Green Arrow is, yeah, unfortunately, the Justice League sent Hawkman, the absolute Hawkman after him. R.I.P. to a legend. So yeah, Veronica Cale, she's in pretty powerful company. In fact, she's even discussing with Jack Grimm, aka the Joker, about how things are not going so great considering these hero types such as Batman, Wonder Woman are not only inspiring, but they're even encouraging the production of merchandise, including chess sets and even plushies. And hey, DC Comics, listen to me, all right? Hey, if we can make toys and action figures and stuff of Absolute Batman already, let's make a DC Comic Absolute chess set. Let's make that a reality, all right? Now, despite Batman and Wonder Woman collectively encouraging the masses and, being the heroes that they are, regardless of what universe they're in, unfortunately for them, being big idols does make them big targets, as said by Jack Grimm. And unfortunately, Wonder Woman, she has unknowingly taken the bait of these villains. From there, we cut over to Gotham City, and while Batman's doing what he does, beating up some thugs, a giant mystical interpretation of the Absolute Bat symbol suddenly appears up in the air. Obviously intrigued, Batman makes his way over there, and in Batman fashion, hanging upside down, goes on to go and investigate the whole entire symbol, and that's when Wonder Woman just casually flies up right next to him, commenting that they might need to, work on the word quiet, considering he managed to sneak up there so covertly, and that's impressive given just how big this Batman is. Wonder Woman goes on to explain that this was kind of the polite way of her basically reaching out to him. It is his city, and again, she just wanted to be polite. I mean, again, Gotham is clearly Batman's turf, and it's his city to protect. So again, she made the whole bat symbol as a polite way to contact him, as he's not easy to reach. From there, introductions are made. Batman goes on to ask if the whole entire symbol was made with magic, and Wonder Woman says, yeah, and he asks for a definition. Her definition of magic is advanced chemistry with unconventional intentions and unusual resources. Sounds unethical. After a bit of friendly banter, Diana decides to cut to the chase, and she goes on to explain to Batman she's here in Gotham City trying to investigate 4 unaliving cases. Batman asks what's so special about these 4 unaliving cases, because 4 cases like that wouldn't even make frontline news in Gotham City, but she explains that these are very special considering, much like the symbol on her shoulder, the very same symbol was found at the scene of these 4 unalivings. Anna goes on to explain that detective work, it's not her best line of work, it's not her specialty, and she was hopefully going to ask the help of someone else who could help her out in that department, but she's kind of hesitant, or at least Batman tells her to be hesitant, because whenever you rope your friends into this world of theirs, this crazy world of heroism, they tend to get hurt. Unfortunately, it's too late for that. People have already been hurt for Diana. Batman can definitely relate to that. He's unfortunately had his friends harmed, especially if you've been watching some of the previous videos I made on that, so yeah. Basically what's happening thing right here, rather than roping in other people to help out. I guess Detective John Jones, maybe? As it turns out, it looks like Batman's going to be filling that role of playing the detective and helping out Diana. Before they get to that, though, I think it is fun to point out that whenever it does come to Wonder Woman's mother, Cersei, in the Absolute Universe, she actually did see Batman, Absolute Batman, at one point through her scrying pool magic, and basically she made a bet with her daughter that Batman was probably a god, some kind of bat god, but he confirms to Wonder Woman here, right, that no, he's just an ordinary mortal man. Agreed to help with the investigation, Wonder Woman goes ahead and gives Batman and immediately this incredible powerful gift, a talisman, a magical talisman of Hecate. Only thing Batman has to do is come into physical contact of exposing his bare skin to the talisman, and it'll instantly summon Wonder Woman. Direct skin contact. From there, Batman hops onto his bat bike and begins to lead the way to the last known location of one of the unaliving cases, with Wonder Woman up in the air following close by. Arriving at the location of one of the unaliving cases, Batman goes on to explain that this case was a little unusual considering the whole entire unaliving case and everything was tipped off to the police through an anonymous tip. And yeah, Wonder Woman casts a little bit of a spell, and it's revealed that there was in fact a ritual that took place here with a whole lot of ketchup that was a part of the whole entire ritual involving Hecate's symbol. But things aren't adding up whenever it came to the actual performance of the ritual. Yeah, there's a whole lot of ketchup involved whenever it comes to all of the gods, especially Hecate, but more importantly, the candles used a part of the ritual, they were odd, and Hecate works in multiples of 3, so there should have been 3 candles, 6 candles, 9 candles perhaps, or maybe it would have made more sense if there had been more than just one of the symbols. So again, these weren't real disciples of Hecate. Other factors are just completely off, such as the whole entire ritual not being conducted when the moon was in the right position, and other resources and other ingredients a part of the ritual were just off. But now the pieces are slowly starting to come together, because Diana would go on to ask Batman if any of the people involved in these unaliving cases had any of their organs missing, and Batman goes on to reveal that yes, many of them lost their livers, their kidneys, and so on and so forth. Wonder Woman then realizes that because of that one little detail, she realizes that, using Hecate's symbol and everything whenever it comes to these rituals was just part of the more specific ritual. Specifically, this was part of a golem summoning ritual. And by golem, yes, I do mean a magical construct that can then be freely manipulated and commanded from anywhere and anywhere. But basically, Diana goes on to explain that they still don't have all the pieces, but she wants to go and investigate another location of one of the unaliving cases. But Batman's more like, let's be more proactive. Instead, rather than going directly to one of their, let's go check out this other location that was mentioned in the police investigation files, an abandoned church. That sounds smart. Great idea, Batman. This definitely doesn't feel like a trap or a setup or not the wrong or I guess the right place to go. Good going, detective. Almost out of time. If you're enjoying the breakdown on this of Wonder Woman meeting Absolute Batman, please make sure to give me a follow, like, and a comment, and definitely make sure you hit that follow right there so I can continue to keep you informed on all things video games, trailers, comics, and so that you'll know whenever I post part 2 of Wonder Woman meeting Absolute Batman for the very first time. But again, I hope you're enjoying the breakdown. I hope to see you in the next one.